Uh-oh. Oh, did it work? Hey, I didn't hear the music. Or did you guys hear the audio for that? Did something happen to the bot? It looks like something happened to the bot. Let me quit this and restart it. I really do need to update my bot. It's been a bit. I'm sure the bot's unhappy. The bot's like, I need new code. All right, but restarted. All right, let me try this bot question again. There we go. Now we got the sound for it. Must have had an issue half starting my bot. It didn't automatically connect like it did last time. Or you know what I mean. The question, my friendos, is what would your first decision be if you were elected president? Oh shit. President of the United States, I'm going to make the assumption there, but any president's fine too. First decision be if you were elected president. Good question. We're going political. It will be, I decree presidents only need to pay $750 for taxes every year. My first decree as president, I guess we could do a presidential decree. Try to ram it through. Two major things I want to do. We'll just pretend like I can make it happen as the president. One, everyone gets a guaranteed wage. At least a guaranteed wage of $600. $600 a week, not a month, because you can't live on $600 a month. Some places maybe, but it's really tough. $600 a week, and it would be a be well stipend. When you're born as a child, not that you're born as anything else. I mean, if you're born as an alien, it's a different story, I guess, and I mean tentacles, not across the border. What would happen is we would start paying your stipend, your stipend, but it would sit in a trust and would be released to you when you're 18. So then you would have 18 years of accrued and I mean, how badass would that be? And then, you collect interest on that, right? It would be deterministic, so we could bank around that, Yeah, I think that would be badass. That would be my first decree. I think only when we can make sure that people don't have to live in poverty and under the current conditions that they live, can we hope to have the biggest amount of change and ownership over society and the planet as a whole. You could still work, but you always get your stipend. You don't have to work, you get your stipend. No problem. It's just the way it is. I mean, you'd still have plenty of things like families would still pull together their resources because people don't have to be as crushed by minimum wage as they are in this country. I think the opportunity for I think a normalized living experience and for people to pursue their interest would be, I mean, we'd hit a whole new age. It would be amazing. That's one thing. So the second thing would be, I mean, we got to just get Obama back on the fucking horn. We just need universal health care. Hair care. We need universal hair care. We need universal health care. We need to remove this bullshit that we have as a society right now. We are fucking it up when it comes to healthcare. I am privileged and honored that I haven't had bad shit happen to me. A society that says when you get cancer, you're into indentured servitude to pay off your medical bills. One procedure can bankrupt you. The burden it puts on people is ridiculous. And what's the option? Die? I mean, what the fuck kind of option is that? It's terrible. We make a crazy amount of money. We are very wealthy. We need to take care of our base needs as a society. We don't do that, we're going to hit the wall. We're going to crash and burn. DBK for president. Diego says everyone has to admit that I am amazing and bow down to me. Oh boy. President Diego. Oh, hail Diego. Shimbleton the president. Everybody says what? Time to party. Diego Shimbleton is the president. No. Yogi says, hashtag DBK for president. And every time I think about that, I would just be like the president for Idiocracy. That just sounds amazing. Daryl says no more taxes ever for low income and above beyond. All right. I can appreciate that. Daryl also says I vote for DrBossKey. Please implement that. Ratson says vote DrBossKey. Vote, vote. Diego says that's not a political issue. That's a human rights issue. I like what you're thinking, Diego. Trash on the rise. Healthcare is honestly a joke. It's ran more like a money-making machine than actually caring for the health of the citizens. Trash, you were not wrong. We all know it. And that's the problem when you inevitably put, you put value, you put dollar amounts on people's lives. I mean, insurance is also one of those weird rackets. They're all, yep, bye Trump, hello DBK. They would politically assassinate me. I'm too weird to be president. We need a new world order by the time I get to be president. Although, who's really, Dr. Lupo for president? I think we could get Dr. Lupo elected. Season him up for another 15 years. Streaming culture becomes like the de facto entertainment standard. Like he manages to keep his nose clean and continues to contribute to society. You know, like he's still a little young, but I think we could do it. I think we could push this man into presidency. Dr. Lupo for president. I was thinking about that. I don't know. I think last year at TwitchCon or something like that. Taylor Rock says I would go for improving the education system from school fees to cafeteria food. Oh boy. Yeah, school in the United States too. College. Woo. Boy, don't get me started. Yogi says, I think I would change up the election process a bit so not only rich old white men win. Healthcare, education, and limit people to only one home. Wow. Kyoki, that's interesting. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. First of all, it was a beautiful thing that Obama got elected. I didn't know if it was going to be a thing. It was a thing. And I think honestly he did a fantastic job. All things considered, government is a morass. Government is tough, you know. And I'm glad that I live in a world where I can be unhappy about government, but my government's not killing me. I mean, our government's still ahead of other countries. So not all the countries, but a lot of countries. It's interesting that you limit people to only one home. So you're going after the 1% mega wealthy. Trash says, man, don't even get me started on insurance. I pay around $600, which isn't too bad, but every time the kiddos need something done, I still got to end up paying more out of pocket. I know, right? Dude, my dad and his wife, mom, dad, they're at a point in their lives where, they have to go to emergency room or they need to go see the doctor. They are late 60s and we'll call it mid 80s. Yeah, they're at that point in their lives, and they've lived through a system where better living through chemistry has become real, right? My dad has taken so many pills as part of his just his regimen for his heart and his cholesterol and his diabetes, and like it's just a crazy juggling assortment, right? And the problem that they have now, one, is that you're extending the quality of your life, but you're taking so many pills that you're trading evils at that point, and they have to, right? And the thing that they have in this situation is that every prescription, like the prices seem to just keep going up. Sometimes they're outrageous costs, and like, okay, what is this, right? Big Pharma's got its own issues, and it's in a lot of ways it's predatory, right? And you're trapped again. And just as you said, right? I appreciate that, Trash.